Hey guys, how's it going? Ezra Collections here, and today we're looking at this cool figure from Mafex. This is the Dark Knight Returns Batman. Alright, so let's take a closer look at Batman. And yeah, that face sculpt is pretty cool. There's a little bit of a paint smudge on the left of the Batman here, and a little bit on top of the lip for some reason. Yeah, there's a little bit of a spotty paint going on the chin as well. But yeah, that looks pretty comic accurate. There's like a lot of chin going on. The bat cowl and the ears are pretty short. There's like lots of details on the forehead as well. There's a grimacing look. Pretty cool. The cape's done alright. I mean, it could be done better, but yeah, it's just a little bit stiff, the fabric. But I guess it does work to a degree. The giant chest symbol looks awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of sculpted detail on the chest as well. And the whole bat is sculpted in, so it's not just like painted on, which is pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of different sculpted lines to replicate like fabric. So that's pretty cool. The gloves, the fins look pretty cool on the gloves, which is pretty cool. The belt is done pretty well. It's not a floating piece, but we'll get into that in the articulation section. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of paint mishaps here as well. The tights look alright for the most part. The back looks pretty cool, I guess. Not much going on, but yeah, there's still sculpted detail on the back as well. The back musculature looks awesome, which is pretty cool. The knees, nothing special here. Like everything below the knees, nothing special. It's just like sculpted. There's no separate parts, so it's just one part and then sculpted on boots. But that's alright. And the feet look alright. There's no tread marks at the bottom, so no treads, but I guess it's alright. It does gets the job done. And the fists look pretty cool. So yeah, basically the figure looks alright. So not many complaints on this figure. Like the paint is spotty at some places, but the only big complaint that I have is the cowl piece. I'm not sure what that is. It's like a cape on top of the cape. So that's the only weird thing that I don't like 100%. Like they could have just gone Mezco route and then done like a whole cape. I don't have the Mezco figure, that's why I'm trying to recreate, like, or at least create for myself like a custom Mezco one. But yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like because it's just very different. The fabric doesn't match that kind of sheen or texture, so it just looks very off. So let's get into the articulation. We'll start from the head, and the head cannot move that far back, but it can go forward a little bit, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the head should definitely go further back. I mean, in terms of posability, that does limit it a little bit. It can look left and right, which is alright. There is pivot, which is pretty cool. And something weird that I figured out is the neck peg is bent. So it's, I don't know, it's weird, but I mean, as long as it works, it's fine, but it's a little bit weird. The cape is wired, so it's pretty good. The cow piece doesn't do much, it just stays there, so it's alright, I guess. The arms can go up that much, which is alright. There's a bicep swivel. The arms can rotate fully. The butterfly joint, it's not a butterfly, I don't know what it is, but it does give a little bit of a motion there. So it doesn't do too much in terms of making him able to, like bring his arms across, but it just moves a little bit. So we've got that going. The arms can go up and down a little bit with the butterfly joint. The bicep can swivel, I showed that off already. There's a double hinge in the elbow, but that's as far as he goes. There's a ball peg in the wrist, so up and down you can configure it to go in and out, and he rotates all the way around, which is pretty cool. The abdomen can do that much. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought he would be capable of far less, but yeah, he can go in that much. He can crunch back that much, but there's a little bit of a gape going on here, which nobody likes, but oh well. So using the two joints, that's how far front he can go, that's how far back he can go. He can tilt, but mostly because of the peg here, not this one, not the top. So that's what he can do. Legs can go out and fully split, which is pretty cool. So he can kick forward that much, kick back not much, and there's a drop hinge. So yeah, there's a drop hinge. Double knees, but not that far back because he can't kick his own butt. No boot cut, but there's ankle articulation. So yeah, and good toe pivot. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and there's also like a toe articulation going on. So next we'll move on to the packaging. It's not something that I usually do, but I just wanted to try it out. The front looks pretty cool. There's an open kind of window where you can see the figure and all its accessories. There's a cool picture of Batman on the bottom right, or bottom left. And yeah, Batman The Dark Knight Returns written on the right. And then there's a Mafex logo as well, DC up top here. On the top, it just says Dark Knight Returns. On the bottom, just a whole bunch of details and stuff. On the right, we've just got a picture of Batman and also The Dark Knight Returns. And Mafex on the bottom, number 106. On the other side here, we've just got a cool picture of Batman reaching out, and then The Dark Knight Returns. And on the back, we've got a couple of product shots. We've got the additional head sculpt here, and it's just displaying both. It's just got the contents of what comes in the box, I think, at least. I don't know what's written there. And yeah, 3 cool posed Batman. And one last thing about the box, if you take like the packaging, the clamshell out, you've got like a really cool picture of Batman at the back there from the comics, obviously. And that looks pretty cool, but the logo on the chest is different. So that's the only thing I can see that doesn't really match up. It's still a cool picture, so. So in terms of accessories, Batman comes with an alternate head. So we'll just take a closer look at that. The head looks pretty cool. The teeth's done pretty well. There's a little bit of paint mishaps here and there, but it's nothing too bad. The face kind of looks accurate to what he's supposed to look like in the comics, so it's pretty cool. Comparing it to the other head sculpt, so these are the only 2 head sculpts. This is on the figure already, and this one's the one that we're looking at now. Yeah, they're pretty much alike except for I guess the expressions changed a little bit, but everything else looks pretty cool. So in terms of hands, we get 8 additional hands. This is on top of the 2 fists that already come with the figure. So we'll start off with these 2 hands. So they're more or less fists, but they've got a little bit of gap, possibly for the Batarangs. Yeah, so possibly for the Batarangs, they can hold the Batarangs all right. So that's one of the fists. Let's move on to the open hands. So these are more like reaching out, kind of dynamic posing hands. They're pretty alright. There's not much detail to it, honestly. They're just gloved hands that are black, so pretty cool. We've got 2 other hands that are more or less, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. But yeah, they basically look like that. I don't know what that's for, but yeah. And last but not least, we've got these kind of Batarang gripping hands. So this is probably where you put in Batarangs in all the slots, and then it looks pretty cool. So let's try it out. So there we go. That's what it looks like when you've got all Batarangs in the hand, and that looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So last but not least, Batman also comes with 8 of these Batarangs. So they're all the same, but let's look at the details on this one. There's like a little bit of a sculpt etched into the middle on both sides, but that's about it. It's just a plain looking Batarang. So finally, Batman also comes with a 3-part stand. So here we've got the base of the stand, and you've got 3 different places to put the pegs in. You've got the dynamic stand, or I don't know what that's called, the arm. So you can use the screws to tighten that up, but that's basically what it looks like. And that's the screws on the stand, or I don't know, the flight arm. And you can tighten them up if you need to. And you've got the hook, or the clamp, which holds onto the Batman. Alright, so let's get into the height comparison. We've got a few Batman from the Dark Knight Returns comic series, and we've also got a custom Superman. So I think that's the main reason I wanted this Batman, just to pair them up. And I think that looks pretty alright. The Superman has, you know, the bulk, the heft, everything's there, but the head is more Mezco styled, so it's a little bit smaller. But I think it still works just to give him that beefy kind of look. I still want to redo the belt on that Superman with the polypropylene sheet that we used in the last video. But yeah, That's a pretty good Superman still, and I think the Batman goes pretty well with the Superman. On the extreme left there, we've got the DC Collectibles DC Direct Batman. So I got that figure loose, so I don't really know where that came from. Right next to him, we've got the DKR Custom Superman. In the middle, we've got the Batman that we're reviewing today. On the right, we've got the Mattel Multiverse Batman. On the extreme right there, we've got the Armored Batman from Mattel Multiverse. We've got a couple other Batman that are inspired by the Frank Miller storyline. So here we have on the left the BVS Batman from Mezco, and on the right, Supreme Knight Batman from Mezco as well. So next up, we've got a few other Mafex action figures to compare. On the extreme left there, we've got the Armored Batman from BVS. Right next to him, we've got the Cyborg from Justice League. In the middle, we've got the Mafex The Dark Knight Returns Batman. On the right there, we've got the Batman 3.0 from Mafex for Christian Bale's Batman. And on the extreme right there, we've got the knockoff Justice League Tactical Suit Batman. So now we're comparing Batman to various different action figure lines. On the extreme left there, we've got the White Knight McFarlane Multiverse Batman, which is a 7-inch figure. Next to him, we've got the NECA 7-inch 1989 Batman video game version of Michael Keaton. Right next to the Dark Knight Returns Batman on the right, we've got the Captain America from Marvel Legends. And on the extreme right there, we've got Flash from Justice League, and that's a SH Figuarts figure. And next, we've got Batman next to some WWE action figures. On the left there, we've got Brock Lesnar from the Ultimate Edition. And on the right, we just got a John Cena. I don't know what Elite Series that is, but it's an Elite John Cena. So in conclusion, guys, I think this is definitely a good action figure, but it's not a must-have. I wouldn't say it's a definite pickup. Like the Mezco action figure is more my pace or my style where there's fabric. So that's definitely a pickup for me, and a grail as well, and I'm really sad that I missed out on that. For me, this action figure has dynamic posability and all of that. It can replicate most of the comic poses that you like, which are epic and just iconic. So that's definitely there. The figure has good enough articulation, although lacking in some places, especially like the head can't look up that much. So I think that's the max that he can do at the moment. That's the pose that I've got him in. There are a little bit of paint splotches here and there, but the likeness to the DKR comics is absolutely there. And the accessories, although you get a decent amount, you don't get a decent variety. So all you get is 8 Batarangs that I've used up in this pose, and not much else. So I would have loved to see like the grappling hook or other things like that. He does come with the alternate head sculpt, which is awesome, and also he scales well with Mattel and Mezco, which is also a definite plus point, because if you want like the Mattel mutant leader or someone else to kind of fill in, like you can definitely do that. And even if you want the Mezco ones, you can definitely do that as well. And he scales well with Marvel Legends as well, so if you're doing any kind of DKR Superman custom, definitely scales. So there are definitely a lot of good points and a few drawbacks as well, but yeah, I think it's a good enough figure. So for those of you who haven't looked at my previous video yet, please do so. It'll definitely help out the channel, and I'm also doing a giveaway in that video. So we created a custom Superman Mezco style Superman using like a Mix Max body and a Mezco Superman figure. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out, and you can enter the giveaway as well. And that's live till 16th of October, Friday. So do check it out. Thank you for watching, guys.